Sharoo. Friends, welcome.
Yes.
Yes, so welcome again, Sharoo and friends. Welcome everyone for Friday, the session that we all look forward to listen to Sharoo. So today, in this series of A to Z series of spirituality, we are in letter N. So negative self, is it a boon or a bane? So Sharoo, thanks for being here. So over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me in this beautiful session, because I think this is the session that everybody would require someday or the other, because when we are on a spiritual path, we always face this, the negativity and the positivity. There are a lot of discussions happening about the negative, the positive, the good, the bad. So today I just thought that let me throw some light on it, because I've been experiencing a lot of these words, and I was just talking to the angels and getting a little bit of their advice, little bit of their their perspective about these things, and then I just compiled it, and I'm just trying to bring everything in front of you so that you understand my perspective. I'm not saying that you have to agree to it. Nobody has to agree to anybody, because everybody has their own opinion about each and everything that is happening in their lives. The only thing is that here we are just sharing the opinions, the perspectives that we have, which we have gathered through the experiences. So as I say that all my sessions are completely topped with my own experiences. So today also I'm going to share something about me, and I would request all of you to share about yourself also once I stop this wisdom sharing on this particular topic. I would also want to hear from all of you what your take is on this, because I'm sure being on the spiritual path, you might be going through these words daily, every day. So guys, the thing is, most of my life, seriously, most of my life, I was, I was made to believe, I was made to think in my family, because my family was always a God-fearing family. The family where, everything was being said that go to the temple, you'll get the positivity, you'll get them, you'll be empowered. And there were always these satsangas that used to happen. Satsangas were like Sajjan Sangatya, where the ladies used to gather around, they used to sing the hymns in in praise of the God and Lord. So I, from the beginning, from the childhood itself, I had seen people worshiping God and worshiping the energy from where we can get the positivity. And I was believed, and I was conditioned, I would use the word conditioned, to actually be always happy, to always focus on everything that was beautiful, that was positive, that was spiritually righteous. But trust me, friends, when the life started throwing a lot of curveballs on me, because of so many sessions, so many things that were happening inside of me, I was battling with my ongoing mental health issues. I was battling with so many things. I realized that no, Sharoo, you are absolutely wrong. I started realizing that this, you might have come across probably this word called, good vibes only. This is a moment that is happening right now. It really appears to be very cute and new agey. I agree with that. But, I just thinking that way that Sharoo would just tell me one thing. If you're completely focusing on love and light, will it be able to heal the wounds that are there on a deeper level? Don't we think that if you are completely becoming positive, isn't it getting too toxic a positivity? Because, when we are getting so positive, we are actually forgetting and denying our own authentic self-expression. We are not able to express ourselves authentically because we are putting something which is there inside of us, we are putting it under the rug. So I just asking this question that Sharoo, okay, fine, it might provide some temporary emotional support to you, but do you think it is going to reach to the depth of your being? Is it going to transform you at the core level? So those were the questions, there were so many questions. There were so many questions that were coming up. And there was another side to it that yes, so Sharoo was struggling with the another side, and the another side was saying that Sharoo, the negative side, do you know how much negative energy does it hold? It holds so much of low vibrations which are so dense, and the lower the frequency, the more miserable and contracted you will become. But then I said, but don't you think so these energies are screaming for help? Don't you think so these energies are wanting to be understood, integrated, and transcended? Can we block these energies or defeat these energies? Because if we try to do that, don't these energies come back to us in some other form if they are not accepted? So can you see all these questions coming? It was just kind of a self-talk that was happening, where I was trying to, I was in the conflict, whether I should be negative or should I be positive? Is positive good or negative good? What is it? Because on one hand, I am saying that negative is not right because it holds so much of dense energies, and the more I am with those energies, I'm not going to be okay. But on the other hand, if I'm completely being with the negative, I'm completely being there. If I'm completely being in the positive, then what will happen? Will I be able to heal myself, heal the wounds that are there on deeper level, which I have got for so many years and incarnations together? Will I be able to do that? So when there was so much of conflict in me, when there was so much of fight that was happening, so I connected with the angels again. As you know that they are my go-to people, and they are everything to me. And I just started this conversation with them and asked them that, what do I do? So should I just start wearing those t-shirts which says, okay, good vibes only, positivity only? Is this what it means to be in a spiritual path? Because we want to show people that we are positive. So now the question was, there was so much of information that I started downloading. So I got to know through them that obviously we cannot disown our negative self, can we? Because at a deeper level, if we see, it all contains our secrets, our desires that are hidden, our repressed feelings, everything which is unacceptable, everything that has been there since the childhood, since the day we were born, everything that was shameful, everything that was evil. It contains every rejected emotion, which is called the rage, the jealousy, hatred, greed, deceit, selfishness, everything. You name it and you have it. It is there inside of us. It contains everything. And what we have done with that feeling, we have logged it consciously or unconsciously. And you know why, friends? Have you considered why we have logged all these negative emotions there? Because we want to be likable, we want to be accepted, we want to be appreciated in this so-called civilized society and the eyes of other people. We keep saying that, oh my God, we need to see the light, we need to see the light. It is so ironical that this darkness that we hold inside of our own selves is actually the path developer. This is the conduit of our lives that is going to show us the light. We are human beings, and we are raised as human beings, and we have to understand that we are conditioned to have both. We have both inside of us, the dark and the light, both. So when this thing happened, that, when they said that, Sharoo, maybe you are just trying to put everything inside of you, you're locking it up, consciously because you just want to be likable in the society. You want to be accepted and appreciated. So I was like, oh my God. Seriously, because it made me wriggle my brain. It was like, seriously, do we put that mask offer? Do we? Then the question was, I asked them, do we all have that dark self in us? Or are there some people who are exempted? So they said, as uncomfortable as it may sound, this side is everywhere in every human being. Because we are conditioned that way from the beginning itself, from the moment we are born, plus the karmic retributions that we have to do, or the karmic baggages that we have, brought from the past incarnations, because there are certain vasanas, certain tendencies that we bring from the past incarnation, and through which we actually have those imprints of that darker side or that shadow side of ours. And if there is a person, seriously speaking, I'm frankly telling you, if there is a person whom you come across, and if that person says that, no, I am a good person, and if that person thinks that, hey, I am very genuine, I'm very loving, I'm very careful, very caring, very selfless person in the entire world. Why? Because I'm feeding the hungry, I'm taking care of the puppies, I'm donating half of the salary to whatnot, to the NGOs and everything. Trust me, that person also will have that negative self, because there are no exceptions. The nature of being human is to possess both a light and dark side, and we need to embrace that. Everybody has it. I have it, you have it. Everybody has it. Even the ascended masters had it. Everyone has it. The only thing is that the ascended masters knew how to take care of that. They never ignored it. They accepted it, and then they worked on it. I'll just give you a very common example, which is there, which you might, maybe it will give you a little bit of understanding, because this is, how I understood this negative self. So common example is anger. Every person, is there anyone, even a small child, who's there within our families, is he or she exempt of that anger? Why? Because in this society, there is a certain mold in which we have to mold ourselves. There are certain words, there are certain behaviors, there are certain characteristics which are there and which are approved by the society, and we have to abide by those things, we are supposed to abide by those laws, the rules and the regulations, behaviors and the characters, and people who do not, they are shunned. So anger is also supposed to be, we will say that anger is a poor victim of ours. It becomes a poor victim. That beautiful emotion, becomes a poor victim. Why? Because anger is telling us that there is something wrong. Hey, you have to take care of me. There is something that is irking you. There's something irritating you. So that emotion is screaming for help. That emotion is screaming that, okay, please take care of me. Now, what we do is, we have, all of us, mostly all of us are learned that expressing anger is not okay. So rather than we being taught healthy ways to express our anger, either we were being punished, sometimes physically, sometimes emotionally, or we were supposed to, we used to get this probably a brand that you don't fit in the society. You're not accepted, you're not approved, you're not loved. So what we did was, you just listen to me carefully, what we did. Because of all these things, because of these conditionings that were happening with the society, with the parents, with the family, with the friends, we learned everything from their ways. Now, what we did was, we adopted a role that would ensure our mental, emotional, and physical survival. Now, in order to survive, what we started doing was, we started wearing a mask. But we forgot that every mask has a consequence. Every mask, if that mask is sometimes out of our faces, the consequences would be shown. The true self will come or appear somewhere. So now the mask has a consequence. Whatever was our authentic self was trapped inside. And now what happened was, because everything was trapped, what we became, finally, we became the hypocrites. We started lying. We became deceitful. We started manipulating others. We started having phobias. We started having obsessive compulsions disorders. We started having anxiety and depressions. We started having inflated egos, chaotic relationships, and we started self-loathing and sabotaging. Now, can you see, can you understand that what was happening? Why was it happening? Because we were not giving an outlet to that negative self. We were not embracing or holding the finger of that negative self. We were not trying to tell that negative self that, hey, I'm there with you. It's okay. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay if there's something disturbing you. It's okay. I'm there. Rather, we were sticking that big word of positivity on the negative self, and we were saying that, hey, you have to be positive, okay? You can't be negative. You can't afford to be negative. Hey, you are spiritual. Come on, you are on this path. How can you be, negative? You can't. You can't afford to be, because if somebody catches you being negative, then you will not get more sessions. So this was it. And when this conversation happened, when this enlightening talk happened, I was absolutely, you can say, I was completely shocked. I didn't know what to say to the angels. I didn't know, because, at some point of time, wasn't I doing the same thing? Wasn't I keeping the mask on? Or was I not? So these were the questions that were happening. And ultimately, when I was just talking to the angels, I realized that, okay, Sharoo, negative is not something which you have to be scared about. It is something you have to be proud of. It's okay. It is there because it is there, because that's why you're going to evolve and grow. It is not because of the positivity you're going to grow. It is because of your negativity that you're going to grow, and you're going to, go up in that ladder where the soul is seeking for what the soul is seeking for. So today I am grateful. I am thankful for all the negative things that were there inside of me, all the emotions that were there inside of me on which I was not able to work on. Today I can work on them. So I don't know what is your take on this. I seriously have no clue about that, but this is my take on this. And if there is anybody who wants to share their experience and their opinion on this, I would be glad to welcome them. And if there is somebody who, probably who tried to practice how to come out of this negativity, through certain techniques or something, I would request that person to even share that technique or practice that they have been practicing. So is there anyone who wants to say anything or share anything? Yes, sir.
So, Sharuji, it's a very new perspective of looking at things. We always, as you said, think about ignoring the dark side and only live appreciating and thriving for the side which is of light. And my experience as self is this, that as I was, living life, looking at things around, I was also trying to do the same things. However, when I started my journey, I realized that here we are to learn, and we are like in a school, right? And everything we need to undergo, or the other way around, everything that we undergo is there for us to serve us. So we may tag it sometimes negative, but basically it is there for us to learn from it. So I stopped tagging things, and then I started to look at things that any uncomfortable situation I face, I should not run away from it, because there is a great learning that is hidden for me in that. So when I started changing, looking at things in this way, and started stopped tagging things like, is it good or bad? I had to live only thinking good. Basically, there was no any difference, because everything was adding into my experience. Everything was part of my journey. Everything was a lesson. So that's my journey. And I'm sure everyone will wake up into this, that there is no difference. The more and more we differentiate and continue to live in duality, that would be our experience, always chasing one, neglecting the other. Rather, when we stop differentiating, we live in balance, where there is no any difference between good or bad. So then everything is same. Everything is there equally supporting our life. Just like our in-breath, if we look at it as a positive, our out-breath as a different thing, then basically both are part of one thing, which is life. Thank you, Sharuji.
Absolutely, sir. I absolutely agree with you, because I feel that when we talk about positivity, I think positivity is the consequence of negativity. So, unless and until we understand the negativity, how can we be positive? As I said, that negativity is the path that, or is the conduit which actually paves the path for the positivity. So first, it is the negativity that we have to put in our lap and try to embrace that, rather than always saying and talking about, hey, you have to be positive, hey, you have to be positive, hey, only the good vibes. So yes, sir, I agree with what you're saying completely. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your inputs. Thank you so much. Ji Maharaj ji.
Sorry, you should be able to unmute yourself now, Myra. Please go ahead. Yeah, Myra ji, you can try to unmute yourself. Okay, maybe we can take meanwhile Bala Garu. Yeah, kindly go ahead. You can unmute.
Oh, is he going to talk? Okay. Yeah, it's a very nice, Sharoo and Ram, how we had to come out of that condition. And then only I think we know how, only when we face challenges, then only we learn lessons, and then we grow. Then we know, then we understand, only when we have negativity, when we face the challenges, then only we come into that light. That is the life lessons, it's a continuous life lessons. So that is how we grow. That is the reason we come to this earth, actually, to experience all this. So basically, before meditation and after meditation, when we compare, at one time we were all conditioned with all the fear, all the judgmental qualities and all this. Slowly, they will go away. And so, also, how do we get rid of fear? Only by facing it, and also by cultivating, that fearlessness. So only by cultivating love, we get rid of fear. So the opposites. So that's how we had to challenge ourselves, and we had to face challenges. That is the only way we grow. And that is how, always Patriji says, unasthiti nunchi unnata sthiti, higher level we go to, whatever level we are, and then we go to higher level. That is how, only by facing the challenges. And that is how, we come out of, even though, there is no negative positive, but that is the only way we come out of it and then go to the positive side. That's the way I look at it.
Thank you, Balagaru. Thank you so very much. It was a beautiful, input and the valuable input that you have given, an example about the fear that yes, as anger, as fear, unless and until we just wrap them around us, we try to understand them. And when we are fearless, and when we cultivate love in ourselves, in our life situations, then is the time when we start actually becoming more positive towards more positivity. And it is only happening when we say yes, okay, negativity, it's okay, you are there, now we are going to the next step, that is being positive. So thank you, Balagaru, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Yes. Yes, anyone else? Ji Nalini ji, yeah. We have to jump through so many hoops to reach a higher place. Yes, obviously we have to, because when we talk about spirituality, it's the inner work every moment, every second that is happening. And unless and until we are doing the inner work, nothing will change. We will be stagnant. We will be there where we are. So yes, it keeps happening. It keeps, we keep evolving and growing with our own thoughts, thinking, and actions. Ji Anuji.
Sharoo, thank you for the question. As everyone is saying, it's a very different perspective. As I feel in India, especially when you're a woman or a girl, you have to face it even a bit more, because a boy or a man can show aggressiveness or anger. It is still accepted. But as a girl, you can't show even difference of opinion and so many different things which are not even negative, but it's tagged as negative. And to sail through the sea of social believing and each culture has, right? I think the only thing, when maybe before I became spiritual, I realized that, like you're saying, without darkness there's no light, right? And without experiencing the negative, you won't know the positive, and so many things. The only way I thought I could break the chain was when I was teaching kids, or maybe with my own kids, I tell them, like, I'm a highly emotional person, and there were people who were ready to train and kind of even set me to a certain idea of, you can only emote this much, or only be this sensitive, not beyond, or there is a standard apparently according to the society, how much you can do that. So my only thing to the children, and to in my own children, I was like, okay, you can actually emote. It's fine to actually accept and feel okay that you are emotional and sensitive and maybe empathetic towards a certain thing. Now these things are taken as positive, even if you're empathetic for animals and plants. It's not, but maybe a generation earlier, it was a little bit more difficult with people accepting that fact. So I tell them, yeah, you can be emotional, you can even show your anger or the degree, and if you're really frustrated, you can even go to a room and whatever ways you feel, you can, if there's a pent up energy and you want to release it and later come back and discuss it out. That's my only way of dealing with these kinds of things, as I'm still in the elementary. While I have gone through a lot of social conditioning, but the kids aren't. So it's easier for them to adapt to this and be not really judgmental, right? They also don't judge any friend if some in between kids, if they have these, they are perfectly okay. They're like, yeah, he's not in the mood to talk right now because he's going through this. But there's so much more to learn from kids, because they have a global kind of when they have friends who are from different parts of the world, right? So they are not really stuck to a certain region or a culture. So I think it's a little bit things. But yeah, thanks for this, and to really understand that we need to not be so fearful of even going through these negative things and then emerging and seeing then the positive. I don't know if it's confusing what I'm saying, but that's what I thought. So
It's not confusing at all. Everybody can understand everything that you are saying. So don't worry about that. So the best thing is that you at least, you came up with the thing and you expressed yourself, and you just told us that how you are conditioning your kids to emote and to express, not to keep their feelings repressed somewhere inside. Because generally we always tell the kids, especially if it's a male kid, then we always say, don't cry, because you're not supposed to cry. If you will cry or whimper like you become a girl. Yeah. So that conditioning happens. So I also did not do that. I told my kids, because my kids are grown-ups and they're adults now, and they're two boys. So I always told them, you want to cry, please do, go ahead. You don't have to just stick to that norm that, oh, guys cannot, they're very strong and courageous, so they cannot. No, they can. You can. And if you are feeling any kind of a repressed feeling or emotion, if there is somebody who has done something wrong with you, please come here and tell me everything. You don't have to be scared of anything. You don't have to be scared of your own emotions. I will help you deal with it. So when there is this support that you give to your kids from the beginning itself, and when we alter the conditioning, so whatever we are bringing from our ancestors also, whatever there is a generational core beliefs that are coming to us through the DNAs, that pattern also starts breaking. That toxic cycle also starts breaking, and that's how the karmic retribution takes place. That's how we balance and release our karmas as well, which we are taking from so many incarnations together. So thank you so much Anu, for
just one thing. I had a little victory recently where my child, there was a girl who came home and she like, oh, mostly your clothes are blue. And she said, because I like ultramarine blue, and blue is one of the shades that has so many different colors, like cyan and all. And within few days, even the other girl was very comfortable. And she told my younger daughter that thanks, because for me also blue is a very favorite color, but everyone, including her mother, used to tell her not to buy blue because it's for boys. So she went ahead and got something in blue, and I was like, yeah. And my son wears a smartwatch which has a pink strap, and there's no shaming. It's not that, it's just that so many things are allowed. There's no need to put these stupid rules and so many things associated just with genders or with emotions or with even expressing fear. So yeah, thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ji Maharaj, you're here.
Yes, I can finally was able to play that. Thank you, Sharoo. Thank you, Ram. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful session, Sharoo, as always. So I have a personal experience that I want to share with people. And it's about I'm the oldest daughter-in-law of the family. And my father-in-law always told me, as being the oldest daughter and daughter-in-law, that, please keep the family together. You're responsible and you are this and you are that. I've been married for 35 years. For 30 years, I think I tried my best. In that moment, I had to wear a lot of masks that I wasn't ready to wear. But I had to, because the responsibility that was put on me, that you have to do this. And when he passed away, and then I thought, okay, you know what? Now then we all as a family sat together and talked. And I said, whatever, the problems that you have or issues that you have with each other, let's sit and talk with my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law and my husband and myself. And a lot of things, I just felt that I was accused like so much, like, okay, I'm not a saint, I can make mistakes also, I get it, but not that many. Like, it was just going, a list was going on and on and on. And I thought, man, I've been wanting to express myself. You know what? It is not that this is not what you're thinking, but I didn't have the choice to express that because nobody would listen. And at that point, I was driving somewhere in Jaipur, and on the way back, it just struck to me like, Myra, just wake up. You have to let people know if this is what bothers you so much about me. Then you know what? I want to let go of this label of being called the bhabi, or in Hindi it's called bhabi, but sister-in-law, that the eldest sister-in-law. I said, from today on, we all are in the same boat. I'm not eldest, you're not youngest. We all are together in the same boat because my father-in-law is gone, my mother-in-law is not there. So just four of us are left. So let's become friends now. I don't call me the responsibility of bhabi. In India, it's called jethani in Hindi, but it's like the elder sister-in-law. So I don't want the label. The day I released that, I said, from now on, you're just Raji for me, and I am Myra for myself, and you are Sarika, her name, and my husband's name. So we are just friends. Please detach me from this label of the responsibility of being the oldest daughter-in-law. It's all over. The people who cared for the daughter-in-law are gone now. So it's us. So when I released that mask, the thing that I was wearing, like trying to fake my identity as a daughter-in-law, when I released that and I kind of put it on the side, man, the whole world changed, Sharoo, and everybody. It was just like I was like a free bird. I mean, I still meet them. I still do things that I want to do, but without any label that I have to do because I'm this older daughter-in-law. So just that changing, the taking off the label and the mask that I was wearing of being a daughter-in-law, that sounded very fake to me. And that I really want to share with the whole world. This is because this is like really coming from my heart. I have no shame in telling, oh, this happened. But to me, what is there to learn from that? When we label people, or when we wear this, and when we label, we have to wear a mask because some things you may not agree, but you're not supposed to express it because you are this eldest daughter-in-law. And you know what? That gave me so much freedom, and I feel so much more love pouring for those people because I'm not judging them from being, oh, they told me this and this, I'm their bhabi and I'm their old, like, this. Even I have released those judgments that I was holding against them. So to me, life is so beautiful now. I feel that it is just amazing feeling to me. To my always say that I don't want to put any label, not even to my sisters, brothers. But the moment we have a label, oh, she's my friend, she's my sister, she's my son, she's my daughter, expectation automatically comes with that. So if you all will never change, you will always be my brothers, sisters, and my daughter-in-law and my brother-in-law, all will be there. But when I don't have that label, I said, please detach me from this label. Please relieve me from this label system. Treat me as Myra. I'll treat you as who you are as a soul. It doesn't matter whether you are my own, you're my brother Risham, or whether you are a grocery checker. It doesn't matter. Even my gardener who comes, mows the lawn for me. I have so much love for him. He's none of my person. But that love pours because I got the freedom of being not judging people, not being judged, and not being told always what to do. So that gave me freedom, I feel that. So that mask is off. Now I'm my true self. I can say anything to anyone, of course, not hurting feelings, but I'm able to express. That's why I feel like that a lot. But that's my personal experience that I feel.
Thank you so much, Maharaji. It was really an eye-opener because, yes, when we take off the mask, we feel so liberated, because we start feeling and understanding what our authentic self is. And when we are authentic, when we are honest with our own self, that is the time when we actually start working on the path of spirituality. That is when we start becoming awakened to our own true self. So thank you so much, Maharaji. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. So, yes, Madhvi. Yes.
Hi, Sharoo. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
It's a very, very great session, I would say, because as you said, that negativity, we all have that. It's like two sides of the coin, like a day and night. So people think that the night is the negative part, but night is also very beautiful, actually. In the same way, we also have that negativity. You're right. Absolutely. When you were giving that, I want to interrupt you, but I was holding my hands. No, I will not interrupt till she finishes up. It's a lovely, lovely, I would say, a session with having all the negativity in ourselves and how we overcome those negativity and how we are built up. And we are true persons when we overcome our own negativities, not with the positivity. We don't grow with the positivity. Absolutely. Only the negativity what we overcame all of in our journey, that makes you what you are, what we are. Absolutely. I am with you, actually. When you were saying that wearing so many masks and wearing so many things, it's absolutely we do because of this society and because of this. So adding to that, I would like to say one experience when I was very, very young. I think the credit goes to my mom, I would say, how she made me out of this anger, actually. Like it was in 6th class, probably I was like around 10 years old or maybe 11 years old. I used to athletic a lot. I used to run a lot. And my intention is to grab all the cups. Wherever the athletic is there, that should be Madhavi. That's it. I mean, to my age groups. So I was like a kind of a greedy girl, like nobody, no other kid should come. And that created me a kind of an anger also. And the kids, they are so intelligent, I would say. And the last lining, like the last step of the line, they used to pull my skirt, or they used to pull my hair, because I had a long hair too. And they used to pull it, or they used to make my shirt. And then my track was gone, and they used to get first, and I used to get second or third. You know what happened one day? And I bet them. I literally, after the competition, frankly speaking, I hit them so hard. I hurted them so hard that my parents have to come to the school, and then they have to tell that you have to take your daughter to a therapist, and whatnot had happened. You know what my mom did? She just gave me quiet, and then she poured a water, like, the cold water, and she made me a really good meal. I like the cakes, so she gave me the cakes, and she made me sit and said, see, the competition is to win. Yeah, it's true. But when somebody else is coming, then the other parent will be very, very happy to receive it. But you cannot be so much anger to get all the cups for yourself. But mom, they were wrong. Actually, they pulled me. Yes, I agree with that. This is a part of the game. You have to learn that. You have to learn that to not to pull. Even if they pull, then just think that they want to win this race, just leave it. That really, that helped me a lot in throughout my life, frankly speaking. It was not my fault, actually. Some other kids made me so that anger was not from me. They made me, actually, but I learned it. And even today, I know how to lose. I mean, winning the competition in one side, but the same time, losing the competition is the other way around. Because when I learned that, then you should see all the competition were mine, but at the same time, I was ready to lose also, because there will be the other parents or other persons will be so happy. I would not even do some exams also. Even though I can pass, I never used to go to the exams, and I never used to go to the competition, because I know myself. And this credit goes to my mom. And thank you so much, Sharoo, to give me this opportunity to give me my personal experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madhuri. Thank you so much. You always share your experience, and those experiences are not only beautiful, but they are really, 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 heart-stirring experiences. So thank you so very much for coming up and sharing your experience with all of us. Thank you. Thank you. So is there anyone else?
Sharuji, we have a question in the chat.
Yes, sir.
So this is from Mez. I'm not sure if my question is right or not. If you're angry with someone and you want to tell that person, but you can't because that spoils the relationship, so you live with it, or you and don't tell them. So what's your take on this?
So, Miss, whenever we talk about any anger, I would not say or recommend that you go and fight with that person. When that person is in a mood to listen to you, when that person is ready to comprehend to what you are saying, to your words, if he is ready to comprehend and understand what you want to say, then please sit with that person and discuss everything in a different way, in a different tone. Because usually when we are angry, our tone and everything, it spoils the relationship, because the words that we choose, it is mostly the reaction to whatever is happening in our life, and we react to it. So rather than rather than reacting, we have to respond to a situation. So I will never say that keep that anger inside of you. I would say that you should spill it up. You should always give a vent to that anger, if not at that time, but maybe after 1 hour down the line, when you are calm, when you are absolutely in that compassionate state where you can understand the other person, and when the other person is also in the same state of mind where he can comprehend what you're saying. So that is my take on that. So if Ram Garu, if you have to say something and add something, please share.
Perfect, Sharoo. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Shall we then go into meditation, Sharuji?
Ji, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yes,
I will take over.
I will take the leaves. So thank you so very much for everyone, to everyone whosoever is attending this session. Thank you and have a beautiful weekend ahead. I will take your leave. So thank you so very much. Thank you, Ram Garu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharuji, for being here and sharing always your wonderful wisdom. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So, friends, now we go into meditation. So, kindly take a relaxed posture. Cross your legs. Take off your glasses and close your eyes. With the practice of meditation, everything changes because we become a witness. We drop the desire to understand. We simply witness. That is when all that we just heard in this session is aligned into. So instead of trying to understand, we simply witness. When we try to understand something, we can only understand that from what we already know. And what we know, however big it is, still there is quantum of information that we can know. So we can only try. However, it is not said that we rightly understand things. And the best way is to drop the desire to understand. That is why the practice of meditation is so very important. It is nothing for us to do in meditation. Drop all the desires, drop all the expectations, drop your past, drop your future, drop everything, and simply be. Simply witness. Normal, natural, breath. Just your breath. Just be with your breath, my dear friends.
This next song we're going to play is called Om Mat Odat. This next
seconds. Slowly bring back your awareness, your physical body and your surroundings. Witnessing the answer. Witnessing is the path. Let us be grateful to ourselves for being in this path, for connecting to so many masters. Last 5 seconds. You may now place your hands over your eyes. Whenever you are ready, you may open your eyes and take off your hands. Welcome back, friends. Kindly have some water. Thanks a lot, friends. Thanks a lot, masters, for being here together. If anyone would like to share anything, kindly go ahead and unmute yourself. Okay. So, thanks a lot again for being here. And we will end this evening session and we connect back on the same Zoom link, same platform, tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock Germany time or 5 a.m. UK time. Till then, namaste.